Live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Delbert.
Say something bad.
Oh, you're on camera now. Just spill it out.
What do you mean, Mike? Yeah, I remember he said that. Said on BBC, but that was also a quote.
You guys quit yakking him earlier. I have a quote, Ronnie. Who said, "You can't do shit if you don't know shit"?
Phil Delbert.
No, Perry Evans.
Who's Perry Evans?
He was a wrestler at DeSales High School.
Oh, really?
Years ago, yeah.
That's profound.
He was in the shower, butt naked. And he came out and he said, "You can't do shit if you don't know shit."
Did you go to DeSales?
And when he walked outside and got hit by a bus.
He did. Yeah.
Way over there. Oh, I gotta go get my camera. So, dude, this thing found my phone immediately.
Did it?
As far as, I gotta turn my machine off.
It's pretty bad when we get off into this other area here.
You need to build a bigger studio there.
This is Eric's gun when he was 10 years old.
I'll tell you, that's what I got when I was 10.
That darn
20
camera.
gauge pistol shot.
There's pictures of them.
Oh yeah. You don't think
We were-
now we can say stuff bad about Ronnie.
So there's
So now's the time just to say something bad about Ronnie.
and then he saved up his money and bought the rim.
Can't think of anything bad to say right now.
I like it. There you have it, Eric.
We're unstuck. Alright, so I've got,
There you go.
just to let you know, I have
Oh, man.
story, besides the
My man, what do you got
stuff
there?
we'll be talking about. Here's a guy who shot somebody in their house. Okay.
You're trying to fatten me up.
Yep.
No. I look in the mirror and I'm saying, I'm just going to stop
his
eating.
house and he's using the castle dog.
Can't do that. I don't like that. That's horrible.
Oh yes, that was in the dispatch on
What I really need
yesterday
is
dispatch.
a couple
So he's
hardwood
a Logan
flooring
County man.
jobs.
Okay, it's a Logan County.
Because I've
he
been
was charged,
a lot during those.
but they
And
said self-defense
there was
was
one
being
time I had like
considered
2
as
or 3
justification for
flooring
the
jobs
shootings of
back
the
to back.
prosecutor, but the castle doctrine
And
did
you're
not
bending
protect
and
those
everything.
who create the
And
conditions.
I lost,
that
had to
give
be a
rise to
good
the use of
inch
deadly
or
force.
inch and a
And
half
they
off
did.
my waist.
Invited these kids in
That's what I
underage
need.
for a party, 20, and
You know what you
in the
brought
house.
in the last time, I
There,
can't
one of them
remember
got
what
really
they were.
rowdy.
Oh, it was the roasted corn.
We'll throw him out.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
was good.
Now, we got another one.
That almost
He shoots into the
That almost
porch.
seemed like it was healthy.
They got a Halloween on that
Two
now.
people on there.
Wow.
They once refused treatment, so they said it's like they
We'll
said
bring
he had
in next
ricochets or
week.
debris injured them, but then he shot and killed the other guy. But the thing is, it's to mention that the castle doctrine, hey, is still,
But you would know that.
there are still,
I didn't think of that.
So it doesn't protect those who create the
People have told her that.
conditions give
The
rise
rest
to
are starting to turn their
Yeah,
attention
that's a good
towards
thing.
a democratic
There's
electorate.
that.
Will fight to
Then I got your
they are mean, they are ugly. Jeb Bush on Friday. Marco Rubio thinks it will be Bernie Sanders.
If you want to live in a socialist country, there's like 50 or 60 countries around the world that have socialism. Move to a socialist country.
But the candidates will still need to face each other tonight. In Greenville, South Carolina, Evan Brown, Fox News.
Pope Francis meeting up with Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto, National Palace in Mexico City. Greeted by a band playing the Mexican national anthem. During his 5-day visit there, the Pope's expected to bring a message of solidarity to victims of drug violence, human trafficking, discrimination. You're listening to Fox News Radio. Fair and balanced.
I will.
Can you tell if this burger contains bacteria that could cause kidney failure? Listen. Can't, can you? You can't see it either. There's only one way to tell if you've cooked meat and poultry to a bacteria-killing temperature. Use a food thermometer. It's not an extra step or a nice to have. Raw or undercooked meat may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year, and roughly 3,000 will die. But you can keep your family safer by using a food thermometer every time.
I win. That's good.
Learn more about this and other important information. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. That's foodsafety.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
People in Louisiana neighborhoods say they heard dozens of shots earlier today as police exchanged gunfire with a man they've been pursuing. Two officers and a suspect were held. Investigators were studying video taken by dashboard cams and two police officers as they try to determine what happened. Politics and the president's proposal to increase taxes on oil, subject to the weekly addresses.
The president says he still believes in hope 9 years after announcing his first presidential campaign.
Too many people feel like the system is rigged, and their voices go mad. And when good people push away from participating in our public life, more powerful and extreme voices will fill the void.
The Republicans' weekly message from Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise.
Just a little thing showed up in my Facebook page. I memorize who you are,
Because we stand with the American people
and it
who
just
know
showed
they're
up.
already paying too much in taxes.
The president's budget would
Are you ready for it, Emily?
for the first time since 1993. Chris Foster, Fox News.
It's a deep freeze of Northeast New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio.
We've lost 2 of them now?
Manhattan for 20 years.
So tonight going into Sunday, it will go.
It's not that whole potty thing again, is it? Are you gonna talk on the air if we reference you?
Is that English?
Or am I just gonna talk about you and you never would? I'm teasing. You just gotta be on your toes. You never know. What time do you guys have there?
What did you swallow? What did you?
Okay, so we're 1 minute off of that one over there. Yes, ma'am. Cold, damn cold. That's all right. You're gonna say no.
So how much you pay her to the doctor?
I'm Joe Schuster, Fox News Radio.
Well, so far there are a couple of reported accidents this time around. That includes one on I-71 northbound at North Broadway. Another is blocking
I'm gonna do
the
this
lane of
first thing I have about
I-71 southbound at 670. Delays are possible as you move through that area. And don't forget, Scott's Lawn Road south of Industrial Parkway remains closed due to train derailment.
Do you bank online? Pay at the
Black dogs are hard.
If so, your identity.
Oh, I have one at home.
So help protect it with
yeah.
Life.
Yeah, black dogs are the hardest
protection
to,
starts immediately.
My black dog weighs 175 pounds.
What kind of
He's an English, a black brindle English Mastiff.
You know, black dog is the hardest to get rid of it in
Let's
pounds.
know our family history of heart disease.
Not for me, that's the
Eat our
first one I
vegetables.
grabbed.
Yeah,
Let's check our blood pressure.
for some reason they have a hard time.
Let's not just talk. Let's take action. At Mount Carmel, we understand that taking care of your heart when it's healthy
Here we go, boys.
is as important as
That
providing
clock
the
is
best
1
care
minute
and
slow, they
ongoing
said.
support when it's not.
Yep.
That's why we offer an
Better hurry.
exceptional team of heart and vascular specialists and cardiac centers to monitor exercise and manage blood pressure, heart failure, and medications, so you can live with heart disease. Together, we can work toward a healthier heart and a healthier you. So let's take care of your heart today, so tomorrow can be even better. Mount Carmel, because of you.
Live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Gelbert.
Good afternoon. Welcome to On Target. We're broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. We're located at 999 Bethel Road. I'm your host, Eric, along with my father, Phil. Within our company...
That's it?
All right. That's it. That's just us too. All right. Within our company, we strive to create Panera warmth. This warmth means bakery, cafe, where customers and associates feel comfortable and welcome. To this end, we ask that guns not be brought into this environment unless carried by authorized law enforcement officers. Panera respects the rights of gun owners, but asks our customers to help preserve the environment we are working to create for our guests and associates. Thank you, CEO Ron Shack, for providing an environment where the good guys leave their firearms in the cars, leaving the bad guys free reign, and where this week you gave the power to the bad guys to murder a police officer in your establishment.
While the patrons so helpless.
We are the owners of LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, and we're active law enforcement. But for 1 hour on Saturdays, we put together a group of firearm experts to discuss new products to the market, training tips, and oftentimes political topics surrounding the Second Amendment. Our commitment, though, is to always bring you the facts about the industry and ultimately help our listeners and our customers with the safe, responsible ownership of firearms. Well, today on the show, boys, it's kind of a mixed hat.
Boy, a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on. We're not sure what you're going to get here. We have we are going to follow up. We have a couple. Last week's show on quotes was got a lot of response. We still have a couple of those to get through and stuff that are ones worth listening to. Of course, we have the news of the day, which we touched upon at the top here, and there's much more to that. We're going to talk about that. At 1:20, though, the gun of the week. Brought to you this week by our folks at Jackson Lawn Care and Jackson Egress Windows. That is by my father, Paw Paw, here. And this one's kind of near and dear to my heart, so you don't want to miss that part of the show at 1:20. If you have a question anytime, this would be a good show to jump in. Tell us what you're thinking, 821-WTVN or 1-800-610-WTVN. Make sure you dial that 614 first before the 821-WTVN. I'm still not used to that, guys.
I know.
So follow us on Facebook anytime at LEPD Firearms and Range to get all the latest announcements and news stories out there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, our email address is ontarget@lepd.com. Phew.
I'll tell you, yeah, I don't know, the whole Panera thing is just sickening.
It is.
And you know what? You and I were talking about this earlier. You know, everybody wants to sue the gun, the gun manufacturers and stuff. Well, how about suing the companies that forbid you from having a firearm to protect yourself, and then you become a victim because of their...
I think that anyone that is a victim, or any survivors, any victims that have been in an establishment like that did not carry because of their rules should be sued, and hopefully they lose drastically, because what Panera is saying, you don't have the right to protect yourself. Even though you go through the training, you have a CCW, or you have a permit to carry, they're saying too bad.
And you know what? Not only do you go through the training, but to get that permit, you have to be drug-free. You have to be, you can't be a criminal.
Right.
So you don't want those kind of people in your establishment.
I mean, aren't you, by putting that sign on the door, taking some responsibility that, hey, we have the security for you and your family when you walk in this premises?
Right, and what they're doing is, if you look, every mass shooting is taking place in a gun-free zone, so what they're doing is creating a situation for a shooting.
Exactly right. No matter where you stand on the issue, it just is common sense. If you were a criminal, wouldn't you go where nobody else is armed when you are, to give you total reign, as you said?
Wouldn't you think it had been different this week when they had that one guy went into that restaurant with a machete and started hacking away? If someone was there with a concealed carry permit.
You know what kills me about that? Oh, go ahead, Phil.
Go on.
What kills me about that, though, is that our Columbus police chief got on the news and said that it was just a normal incident. Nothing. And why do they do that?
I don't know where he hangs out, but I'm not going to go there. If that's
the FBI is involved. If the FBI is involved, then it's not a normal incident.
It's not a normal incident because it's got a religion-based tone to it, and what they're doing is trying to keep that from becoming news, because if you look at the rest of the world, if you look at all of the places where all these refugees and illegals have flooded, they're having riots in the streets, they're having rapes happen everywhere. The refugees and illegals are actually turning against the residents of those countries, and you're having civil unrest. Well, just recently, our country has lowered its borders in order for Border Patrol not to enforce it. So what they want to keep this all nice and quiet while this little civil unrest.
You just look at what happened just recently with all this. I mean, the San Bernardino, the police officer sitting there in Philadelphia, shot 11 times at his car for no other reason except religious reasons. And now this one that happened here that's been on the national news with the machete wielding guy coming in and asking the owner, "Where are you from?" He said he's from Israel. The place was called Nazareth. So What's he do? Goes out with a machete, comes in, and just starts hacking at everyone. These are incidents based on religion that are popping up here and there, and unfortunately, I think they're not only here to stay, but they're going to be increasing.
They're going to be
and if you
increasing
cannot defend
tenfold.
yourself, as we always say, and you know, seconds count. The police are only minutes away. They come after the fact.
That's where the training really comes into play, because times are changing and you need to be ready for them.
And something that's really sickening about this in doing research, I went online and saw a large amount of comments that were upset with the police officer for shooting that guy, the machete guy.
The machete guy. Oh,
yeah, I mean,
he's coming at you with a machete across the taser didn't work, and he's coming at you. What are you supposed to do?
Right. Well, if you're just joining us, we are on target. We're broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms Range. I didn't even get to introduce you guys.
Yeah, we're all fired up.
You started it.
Yeah.
I don't even know these guys. They just came in.
You know what? You caused that because this morning you said it was just you and Phil. So the rest of us had to make up for that.
I was trying to be dramatic.
Okay.
So I have JC to my right. Happy birthday, JC. You had a big
thank you.
birthday this week.
Whoa, yeah.
What are you, 68?
Secret.
68. What the heck? You're older than I am. Now I'm as old as you are, right? Just for a brief period of time. Yeah. Then you're moving up on me.
Okay.
So, but thank you. So yeah, and we also have Valentine's coming up for the listeners out there. And of course, I reminded my wife. I said, hey, it's Valentine's Day this weekend, honey. And yeah, we've been married a few years. And I said, I thinking about a little romance. And I said, you got plans for Valentine's evening? And she goes, I sure do. I said, you excited about it? She goes, I sure do. She said, Walking Dead is back on the air. So I said, okay, that tells you where my evening's going. So
I have also here to my right, Ronnie from Boom Boom Tactical. Ronnie, I know you've been doing a lot of those quick cleaning jobs and stuff. Great service that you offer for guys coming off the range, doing gun cleanings and stuff.
Yeah, I did it one time, and the person who had me do it was so thrilled. I offered it to other people, and basically, if you go in on the range and you shoot, and your gun gets all dirty and you don't want to clean it, for $25, I'll field strip it and clean it, and when possible, I'll do it while you wait.
Yeah, that's great.
And I've had a big response for that.
Great. I also have here to my left, Mark, our Director of Training. I see you actually had to bring on more instructors. I saw some more LE guys floating around now because the class has gone crazy here lately.
It's I can't even put it into words. We have more than quadrupled our classes, and I mean, it's just not firearms classes, self-defense classes, self-awareness, emergency preparedness. I mean, but I think it goes with the times. I think that, if you look at the news and you look at things going on, people are saying, I don't want to be a victim. And, all of our training is done by LE and military professionals. So, I mean, we know what we're doing, and we're trying to share that with the public and give people a chance to defend themselves.
Yep. Yeah, if I could real quick, and another thing too about that is that when you get like the Columbus police officer on there saying that it's just a normal incident and stuff, and people are listening to the news and they're saying, oh my God, these people aren't going to, this person isn't going to protect us. This isn't a priority, and you realize you need to go in and get some training and get a firearm and be aware. Protect yourself.
And it's unfortunate because they're not telling you the truth. If the people knew about a report that Homeland Security did, I think you'd have more churches, more synagogues looking at security, but they're holding this report back because, once again, they don't want to.
Because there's an election.
Exactly. And there have been blatant attacks and they're coming out saying they're going to hit churches and synagogues. You would think that you would be a little on your guard, but, they keep the people in the dark until it happens.
Of course. I also have here to my left, my father, Phil. I just got one line for you. It's becoming very nice when I write up the script each week. I don't change anything for you. Another gun, another week, another gun purchase. We'll leave it at that.
Mom's listening.
Now, you know what? I'm right behind him here lately, though.
Hey, Linda, I'm telling you that it was a great deal I could not pass up. Okay.
We also have Emily back at the station answering our calls, and with that, we're actually going to jump right to a caller here because we don't like to keep you hanging very long. So, Steve, you're on with OnTarget.
Yeah, I think that guy brought a machete to a gunfight yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And also USA Today, they had a front page of the White House is a gun-free zone. You can't carry a gun into the White House.
How about machetes, though? You know that, Steve?
They just posted it. It had been a law for almost, Steve, 40 years or something like that, and they finally got to posting that the White House was a gun-free zone.
But I still say it's kind of ironic that you can't do a concealed carry or an open carry at a gun show for one reason or another. No one can do a concealed carry at a gun show, but that's the way it is.
Well, there might be an issue with that because of some of the people that are going to the gun shows nowadays. You might not want them carried.
Yeah, well, I mean,
actually, I worked at those, and it's an insurance issue. Most of the insurance companies that insure it, that's part of their policy. So
yeah. Well, thanks for calling, Steve, and definitely stay tuned. And if you have any additional information that we need to cover that we don't, OnTarget@LEPD.com is our email address. And actually, before we get to the break here, actually, it looks like we're going to have to go to a break here. So
time flies.
Time flies. So when we come back, we're going to get to some more of the news. Get to Paw Paw's Gun of the Week. That might get pushed back a little bit, Paw Paw, so you got a second. We're on target. We're broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms and Range. We'll be right back.
Firestone and Subaru at I-270 at Sawmill on Billingsley Road is having a targeted trade-up sales event. They need your trade and they'll pay top dollar for it. They make trading in your vehicle easy and hassle-free. At Firestone and Subaru, lease the 2016 Subaru Forester 2.5 for only $250.
I was going to say, that was a great sale.
During their trade-in and trade-up sales event, check out their mailer or go to FirestoneandSubaru.com. That's FirestoneandSubaru.com. Lenard's Crazy Day sale is going on right now. A gallon of Pittsburgh Ultra Flat Paint is $11.97 after $2 savings and $6 rebate. Save $50 on a Master Cap pre-hung entry door, $187. Save big on 3.5-inch lockside vinyl lap siding, $199 each after rebate. Update your home with Keaton laminate or GTX vinyl plank flooring. Your choice, 69 cents a square foot. Save big during Lenard's Crazy Day sale. Goodwill supplies last. Hurry, sale ends Sunday, February 14th.
Hey, your microphone's blowing up. You might want to get it. Thanks to Spreaker, now your cell phone is a microphone, giving you the power to broadcast your world to the rest of the world. Spreaker lets you pre-record podcasts or host your own radio shows live from your computer or phone with guests and live callers. And it's all free. Just go to Spreaker.com, set up an account, and you're ready to record. That's SPREAKER.com. It's time to broadcast your life at Spreaker.com.
Around the corner, around the country.
Hey, we have another caller. I think we just keep going. I mean, heck with that. I mean, the callers, that's what's happening now. It's really, people know.
Just ask some of the 5 million Speedy Rewards customers.
I love all the free stuff I get from the store.
I get coffee every morning and I love that my son is always free.
The greatest thing about the Speedy Rewards card is all the free gas that I get for my points.
It's the best. What's not to love about it?
I love getting free stuff. I love my Speedy Rewards card because I can use my points to get free gift cards.
I redeem my Speedy Rewards points to get a free video game.
I just redeemed my points for a $10 gift card.
I wish everything was like the Speedy Rewards card.
With the Speedy Rewards card at Speedway, you can redeem rewards with as little as 1,000 points. So what are you waiting for? Earn points and get free stuff with the Speedy Rewards card. Only at Speedway.
We're on your way, the convenience stores at Speedway.
Now get 300 bonus Speedy Rewards points when you buy 3 20-ounce Diet Cokes.
2 big buildings, 1 big gun show. It's the Special Ops Gun Show this weekend at the Franklin County Fairgrounds in Whittier. Only $6 at the door with ladies and children for 12 absolutely free. See a huge selection of guns, ammo, and shooting supplies this weekend at the Special Ops Gun Show, Fairgrounds in Whittier.
Who are you texting? No one. Well, whatever it is you're doing on the phone.
What's the temp there, Em?
Well, that was in the paper. I don't know if you saw it. It was in the paper where the Congress said there's almost a certainty that there'll be an attack this year. Oh, look at that.
Holy mackerel, that's cold.
Yeah, that's when I caught that narwhal.
I'm going to go right to the caller here as soon as I come back.
Great, because there's all that.
Quality blades. So why are you messing around with generic razors that cost $32 for an
Hey, Jason.
when you can shave with Harry's German engineered blades for half the price? Harry's will give
Great
you
pictures.
Scrape the razor, the world famous blade, and shaving cream for just $15. And shipping is always
Am I on what?
So get you
No, this is a 1.4. This is a
We should
a
run
35
some more
before
callers.
we-
So it's just
Tis the season for spending money.
But I'm 1-800.
You do know the iHeartRadio
What did you think China do? She bothers me.
It lets you listen to your favorite stations wherever
From
you
over
are.
here, it looked like
Thanks to music
30.
stations from over 20 million songs. And it's free. I like free. Don't you? All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Use our iHeartRadio app today or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
From the Central Ohio Chevy Dealer Studios, it's Chevy Truck Month. Get to your Central Ohio Chevy dealer and take home the new face of strong. News Radio 610 WTVN, an iHeart radio station.
Your ABC6 first warning weather for today. Partly sunny with a few flurries. Jeez.
Well, it's easy for you to say.
I guess. Very cold. It's darn cold. With wind chill near 0 to high of 16. For tonight, cold again. Stray flurries, low of 1. For Sunday, mix of sun and clouds with snow showers likely by the evening, high of 21. It's currently only 15 degrees. On your severe weather station, News Radio 610 WTVN.
Traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 10s, mornings and afternoons. News Radio 610 WTVN.
Welcome back to On Target. We are broadcasting live today from LEPD Firearms and Range. I'm Eric, your host, joined today in the studio with my father and co-owner Phil, Mark, our director of training, Ronnie, who is Boom Boom Tactical, and JC from the sales team. We're talking about the news of the day. We'll get to the gun of the week. Paw Paw, I think it's going to have to be after the news.
That's fine.
All right, we have another caller. Mark, we wanted to jump on with you. You're on with the On Target guys.
Hi guys, great. Thanks for taking my call. I have a question. I know Ohio's an open carry state. My question is based on if you are open carry and you go to drive somewhere, you get your vehicle, is there things you have to do with your gun or your holster or whatever?
Yes, there is. And this, even though Ohio's an open carry state, as soon as you get into your vehicle, you're under a different set of laws, and you're under the transportation portion, which says you cannot, without a CCW, you cannot carry a loaded firearm. So you have to download your firearm every time you get in your vehicle if you're going to drive, otherwise it's illegal.
And is that also good for a passenger in your car? Anybody carrying open in their car, they have to do the same thing, right?
If they do not have a CCW or a badge in their wallet, then yes, they have to download it before that vehicle moves 1 inch.
Also, be prepared. Be prepared if you're stopped by law enforcement and they see a gun on your hip. Don't be surprised if you're staring down a barrel of a gun until you can explain things.
Yeah, and not only just unloaded, you really need to put it in a separate case with the ammunition separate from the gun. It could be in the same case, but it should be a flap or something sealing the ammo from the gun, although it could be in the same. And
The way that Ohio law is written, it says that the gun must be unloaded during transportation if you're not a CCW or a police officer.
Right, and that what's confusing, Mark, too, is that definition of unloaded has changed recently. And actually, this is a great lead-in, Mark. You'll definitely have to listen next week. Derek DeBross is going to be in with us. He's the local gun attorney. He has now put out a series of videos with just answering this question, because it gets very detailed on, I think even as early as last year, if you had the magazine loaded in the vicinity of the gun, that was likely a loaded firearm.
Right.
So,
and it was even worse, because if it was a 15-round magazine, it was 15 counts.
15 counts, yeah.
Right. Well, thanks for calling, Mark, and we'll definitely listen next week, because we're going to be talking about that for the entire show. So guys, news stories. I know there's a bunch out there. We got a few minutes left.
I'll do one real quick. There's a new House bill that was introduced on the 11th, House Bill 460 for here in Ohio. The bill was introduced and it is going to prohibit state, a political subdivision, or any official agent or employee or any state, local government agency from knowingly enforcing or attempting to enforce any federal statute or regulation regarding firearms, and to declare, so basically if if somebody passes on a federal level a ban on 10-round magazines. Well, if this bill passes, then they won't enforce it here in Ohio.
Wow.
Which is
I wonder
pretty
what the
cool.
chances of that going through, if that has any grounds.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah, we'll keep a price.
What do you have there, JC?
Yeah, just we talked about the Castle Doctrine quite a bit. Here's something that happened down in Logan County. It was just in yesterday's Columbus Dispatch. A man actually shot somebody he claimed self-defense in his home. And he claimed that it was the Castle Doctrine. It was a self-defense, and he's claiming the Castle Doctrine. Well, the prosecuting attorney in Logan County, William Grossley, says, look, the Castle Doctrine doesn't protect those who create the conditions that give rise to the use of deadly force. He had invited these people in, kicked them out when they were getting rowdy. They came back in, and he shot one of them
and
kicked
him out.
Killed him.
They then voided or canceled that initial invitation.
But he invited them in. They were underage. He gave them alcohol, and so now we're talking about he created the conditions, and that's what happened. So just because there's a Castle Doctrine, make sure you follow your P's and Q's. And we talk about this. Concealed carry holders are some of the most law-abiding citizens in the country. Hope the CEO of Panera is listening to this.
Right. Well, before we get to the bottom of the hour news, Jay, we have you on the line here with the guys from OnTarget.
Yes, hi, fine. I just wanted to ask, what if you use Uber or a taxi? Do you have to inform everybody that you're concealed carry?
No, you're all right in that scenario.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, thanks for the call. And again, next week will be a great show with Derek. He has a lot of these things that he deals with daily. And
what does he call himself? The
gun attorney.
The gun attorney. Yeah,
very original.
He's got a YouTube video of him using a Desert Eagle 44 Magnum.
Yeah, but he has put out some really neat videos here in the last month to really, there's so many nuances in the law about how you need to carry the firearm to and from the range, even if you have a CCW, all kinds of things. So I think we have a minute till break here. I had one other thing. We were talking last week, guys, about how the judicial system isn't doing us right by not prosecuting some of these thieves or criminals who use a firearm in the commission of the offense. There was one case that just came out in Texas. 3 guys broke into a house, stole 85 firearms out of the house, actually cut open the bottom of the safe. That you can kind of get a sense on who these guys were. Sold them, all of them. They got all of them back by 4, so 3 or 4. So they're still out there in the in the bad guys' hands per se. And the judge just came down and gave them
a really hard verdict.
Probation.
Probation.
Dude, that's just wrong.
Yeah. So.
But they want to stop the gun violence.
Right.
Just save that one person.
That one person. While they're on probation, I'm sure that they will abide by all the terms of their
absolutely.
probation.
Right. And if you go to D.C., they'll pay you $9,000 a year if you don't commit a crime, right?
I'll do it for half that. I'll not commit a crime for half that price.
Great. Well, when we come back, we are going to get to the gun of the week, which is actually going to be hosted by Paw Paw, but it's my gun. How does that work?
It is mutually owned.
We are on target. We're broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms and Range. We will be right back after these messages.
A Ram truck in my driveway most of my adult life. I started with the small Ram 50, graduated to the full-size 1991 slate gray, and right now it's an 05, about 87,000 miles, but it delivers every day. If you are looking for a new truck right now, I promise you will love the new Ram trucks. And you can lease right now a 2016 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for just $259 a month. 36 months with $24.99 due at signing. And I'll tell you, you'll feel the difference. You hop in that thing and motor, you'll notice that 8-speed transmission, smoother shifting, better mileage, and with multi-link coil suspension, standard rear wheel liners, it'll be smoother and it'll be quieter. It's hard to imagine you're riding a truck, but when you hop outside, you know it's all Ram. Enjoy Truck Month and buy it today. Pull into your Ram dealer now. Just drive one. I promise you'll feel the difference. When you want the best mileage, ride, and quality, it's Ram Truck.
News Radio, I'm William Wu. The Pope is paying his first visit to Mexico, where thousands greeted him in Mexico.
Everything good back there, Em?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a H&R, Harrington and Richardson, 40 gauge single action.
Really?
And here's a brand new one that looks exactly like the brand old one.
Okay,
you know, they're all very similar.
I can hear you if it's off there, right?
Iver Johnson, there's
I can leave it on, no problem.
And somehow I bet you they're
you
related somehow.
Oh, you mean keep the headset on?
The H&R.
I don't know that.
I can hear it. Keep talking. I think I can hear it.
Everyone's waiting.
Yeah, I can hear you with it off, and it's not until I click it on that you can hear me. The only reason I click it off is because it goes out over the showroom, but that's okay. I can turn the speaker down.
Yeah, others similar.
Yeah. No, they don't hear you. They don't hear you. It's just me. Right. But I'll just turn the speaker down. I'll just keep one ear on.
It's easy to carry a bunch of those in your pocket and a bunch of handcuffs.
Sure.
They're actually stronger than the zip tie ones. Because if you're really wanting to, they taught us how to break the zip tie ones. We tried it with the nylon. Forget it.
Those just, you sell those just police officers?
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That's fine too. I have Facebook up, but that's fine too. And I might email you back if you say that. I might email you back and say, okay, I'll get them in a sec, just to let you know. But, yep.
I think we got this in the line. Surplus.
The Lion's Den, the adult.
Oh, how does the host usually respond back to you?
Okay. In fact, that's who we're trying to sell to over there. So you guys have a nice place to have lunch.
Oh, that's all right.
But that shooting of that police officer, that was that Islamic just attacking the police, right? Just like the one in Philly, and just like
because it was in uniform.
Well, yeah. So
he actually.
That's cool. We're good.
But you guys aren't allowed to say that, are you?
All right, so we have to come back.
What if you did? They shut you down?
Then our ratings will go up, probably.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have hair filing a suit against us and the FBI saying we're doing hate speech.
New jewelry items at Allen's, and they all dazzle every day. Stop in and see them. The new year is here, and Allen's is still a great place for collectors to shop. State Street in Westerville or online at allensinc.com. Allen's Coin Shop, serving collectors since 1960. Sound the alarms. We've got a jackpot alert. Prepare to take action. The Powerball jackpot is up to $176 million. And the next drawing will take place tonight. So don't wait. Get your Powerball tickets now. Bypass that slow-moving teller and buy popular lottery draw games, including Powerball and Mega Millions at any Ohio Lottery self-service machine. It's a fast, easy, and convenient way to play. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
Car buying should be fun. Hi, I'm Bob Mashert of Dick Mashert Ford, and there are two reasons people don't enjoy car buying. First, they're afraid of making a mistake. That's why at Dick Mashert Ford we take the time to get to know you. We don't have a factory sales approach of herding them in and herding them out. We're going to take as much time as you need to be certain that you're making the right choice without the pressures. The other fear is paying too much. Shocker, huh? And if you're looking at our prices online compared to the other guys, you'll see why we are referred to as my friend Dick Mashert. Check us out online at masherford.net.
From LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Gilbert.
Welcome back to On Target. I'm your host, Eric. We are in the studio today, located at 999 Bethel Road in LEPD Firearms and Range. I'm your host, Eric, along with my father, Phil, Mark, our director of training, JC from the sales team, Ronnie, who makes up Boom Boom Tactical. We are talking about the news of the day. We're going to get to the gun of the week here in a moment. If you want to jump in on the conversation.
It looks like Phil's ready for the gun of the week over there.
You know what, I will have to say, he is one of the most prepared for the gun of the week of any of us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Put
me in, Coach. Put me in.
And we knew last week after the show what it was going to be.
Yes, that's right.
That
exactly.
was sweet.
So if you want to jump in on the conversation at 614-821-WTVN or 1-800-610-WTVN. This gun of the week is brought to you by Jackson Egress Windows, our buddies over there. They are Angie's List Super Saver our Super Service Award winner. And also those guys, a lot of people don't know, they also have a landscape business that does snow removal. They do all of it here for us at the store, and those guys are great.
Job.
I mean,
great job.
Never do we have an issue when it comes to that. Just really top-notch folks. So give them a call over there anytime. They are at 614-260-5130. Paw Paw, your gun of the week.
The gun of the week is a H&R Harrington and Richardson 20 gauge break action single shot shotgun, which belongs to Eric. Eric got this years ago. I think you're 10 years old.
10 years old.
Just completed your hunter safeties course. We went to Vance's and bought it, and you bagged a lot of squirrels with this.
Yeah.
And I have to, if we have time, I want to show how you load the gun. But anyways, the original H&R firm was in business for over a century, from 1871 to 1986. Frank Wesson started a firearms manufacturing firm in 1859, sharing an early patent with Nathan Harrington Wesson, and then Wesson produced 2 trigger rifles, which I wasn't sure what that was, John. You probably know. 2 trigger rifles and spur trigger pistols, and pocket rifle shotguns, popular for short length holster models such as the discontinued Topper compact pocket shotguns. In 1875, Harrington and another former Wesson employee, William Augustus Richardson, formed the new H&R company. The one thing that I thought was remarkable, I never associated H&R with military. And I mean, I can read some more history about the company, but it says that H&R built flare guns during World War I and a variety of firearms, including the Rising submachine gun during World War II.
Wow.
And then this H&R was granted a contract to produce M1 rifles during the Korean War. And then it was also interesting that they had, in 1932, they had a pistol that was used to set a new U.S. pistol record and would go on to become the most famous firearm of its kind. Anyways,
back in the 30s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Eric became really good with this shotgun, and the reason why I wanted to do this as a gun of the week is because this was the very first gun that Eric ever owned. We went hunting squirrel with it almost every weekend during squirrel season, and there was a lot of good memories with this. But I remember, though, he has an elastic band here on the stock that carried 5 additional rounds. And I remember initially in his excitement that when he went to load, that he actually had it broke open, had the barrel up, and was pushing in the shell, and the shell was falling back out. He didn't know what was going on. But anyways, he learned real quick how to quickly load this gun, and got off second and third shots. Really a nice shotgun, Eric.
You know what I noticed is that it has a boot pad on the back of it that would have helped him out, because that would help in that recoil.
It's a beautiful gun. I mean, really, when you look at it, the craftsmanship is very simple. There's not, it's almost a simple elegance to it. This one has case coloring on it. Beautiful. And it really, I mean, a lot of great memories with it. A great first gun.
They're very easy to work on too. I've had some in, with different things. I mean, very old ones, and you punch out the pins, and there's 3 or 4 parts in there, and it's real simple to maintain. I like them.
I'll tell you, that takes a 3-inch shell. Now, we never use 3-inch shells in it, but...
and JC, you actually sold one this morning here at the store.
Yeah, we're supposed to have another one up here. We sold one this morning that was beautiful. This one, they're still making these, folks.
Is that new?
They've been making, this is actually, we have it in our used rack, but it's unfired. It kind of has a collector's edition.
Nice.
So this one says H&R. The one this morning said New England Firearms, NEF. They're made on the same line. So they're made by the same company. And just so you know, once H&R, the 2 H&R folks actually died in 1897, the family kind of took it over, and like with a lot of companies that changed hands, now it's owned by Remington's Freedom Group. Right. So, and before they bought it, New England Firearms merged with H&R, so the guns are absolutely identical, but they're still making these today. I have a new one here.
That's nice.
He's got that old one. They've been making them since 1893, so beautiful, safe,
very simple.
Great for first ones. Is this going to be Luke's first shotgun? Do I see
You know what? Actually, Paw Paw bought him his first one. Was
that the Rossi?
Yeah.
The Rossi.
Oh, okay.
You can change the barrel from a 410 to a 22, or was it 20 gauge? I'm not sure.
410.
410?
Yeah. But great guns, folks, and they're safe, simple, and wonderful.
Oh, and by the way, Eric, you got me in trouble with Mom. You know, she says
she's listening.
She says she's listening, and now she's buying a Coach purse.
That's awesome.
You bought a Coach gun. Now she's.
Well, good gun of the week, Paw Paw. That one brought back a lot of memories. Next week, JC will have the gun of the week. We'll be anxiously awaiting what in your repertoire will be the gun of the week. And when we come back, we're going to get to something we haven't got to. It's been on our studio counter here for the last couple of weeks. Some new products we want to touch upon. If you want to jump in on the conversation, 614-821-WTVN or 1-800-610-WTVN. We'll be right back.
News Radio 610 WTVN, Joel Riley, and Columbus's Morning News.
Monday morning reaction to the GOP debate and will Bernie or Hillary win in South Carolina? The very latest, plus keeping an eye on rain, snow mix, or all snow. 610 WTVN. The season of love is upon us. For Valentine's Day, make sure you give her what she really wants. Of course, that's a gift card to the day spa voted as the best of Columbus for the past 4 years. Of course, that's the Woodhouse Day Spa. Whether it's for a relaxing massage or a full day of luxury spa treatments, her experience at the Woodhouse Day Spa is the perfect gift. Relax, escape, and indulge at the Woodhouse Day Spa. That's the Woodhouse Day Spa, located in historic Dublin.
Something unusual is happening at the local diner. Let's listen in. Here's Jack.
What's this? $20 for a cup of coffee?
I have a really old coffee maker, so I'm asking customers to help pay for it.
You want us to pay for what? This is crazy.
That's what AEP wants. Pay them extra. They claim they aren't making enough money. They want a handout, and they want you to hand it to them. Go to fightthehikes.com. Tell the PUCO no handouts to AEP. Brought to you by the Alliance for Energy Choice.
We're proud to be the largest family-owned body shop with 6 locations in Central Ohio. We offer free estimates and can cover up to $1,000 of your deductible. Fine Line works directly with all insurance companies, and we're factory certified with lifetime warranties on all repairs. To make it easier on our customers, we have a rental car company in all of our Fine Line facilities and offer free towing. Celebrating 20 years of experience, we have 98% customer satisfaction. Call 258-5555. That's 258-5555. Or visit us on the web at FineLineAutobody.com.
Oh, my windshield just chipped.
Discount Auto Glass, where high quality meets low price. We offer free mobile service and up to 60% off any auto glass repair or replacement. Discount Auto Glass, 231-9999. 231-9999.
Whatever the new year has in store for you,
warmer.
You can bet it's got something in store for your credit score too.
It will be for you here shortly.
Over the year, just like you.
When are you leaving
no
tomorrow?
better way to track those changes than Credit Karma. Consider checking your score once a month to see your growth and follow your progress.
She'll be
at
back
Credit
in
Karma.
time
All for
for
free.
next
At
show.
Credit
No,
Karma,
she's ditching
you
us
can see
next
your
week.
free score
No,
and credit
that
report
means that
whenever
we're
you
gonna
want.
get
Start
interruptions
your
and have
year
no
off
calls.
right. Get your free
And no
score
Campy's doing it for
Credit
us.
Karma.
Oh, okay.
Credit Karma. Give yourself some credit.
Did he? We can talk about him
We
then?
live in a selfie or appearance for a lot of people is so crucial. And when you look at all the award shows that are going to be coming up, I mean, they have teams.
I don't want to say anything, but we've got more calls today than we have the prior 4 months.
Well, let me give you a hint on how to slow down and make yourself look better in a selfie world.
There it is. I know. They want to talk to that nice voice on the other end.
Proven science from Harvard.
All right, how long do I got?
Really does help you combat problem areas. I mean, come on, guys.
All right.
You're going to be hitting the pool, maybe going to the beach this summer on vacation. You want to look good?
Right.
Talk to the folks at Ideal Image. Look, Ideal Image has been in business for over 13 years, and now they're the nation's largest provider of cool sculpting. Only licensed medical and nursing professionals perform each treatment, and they're custom tailored to you. You identify the area you want smoothed out and trimmed down, and bam, you are in great shape. For a limited time, Ideal Image offering up to 25% off Cool Sculpt. For 100, be Ideal, get up to 25% off. So call today or get all the info you need at idealimage.com.
Pete, this internet convenience thing isn't living up to some of its hype.
What do you mean?
Well, there are some websites that would like to convince you that with a few clicks, you can get the best deal on a new Hyundai.
At DennisHyundai.com, we strive to make it that simple.
Well, sure, you do, But what many keep secret is the fees that are charged to auto dealers by these sites, with some going from $400 to $1,000.
At Dennis Hyundai in Mooresville and Dennis Hyundai in Dublin, you can find the new Hyundai you're looking for. No hidden charges, just the lowest transactional prices in Central Ohio.
That's the way it should be, because the customer is actually paying those fees in the form of higher prices.
I guess that explains why you so often hear from customers that the car they picked out couldn't be bought for the true price they thought.
No tomfoolery from Dennis, and every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty.
Right, Hyundai Assurance, a 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain.
And Keith, this is the best time to buy or lease a new Hyundai, especially the 2016 Elantra.
With over 600 new Hyundais in stock, Dennis has your new car.
Go to DennisHyundai.com and give us a click for true car savings.
Dennis, the dealer you can trust. Have a cat toy in your furnace? Call Care Heating and Cooling for quick removal. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Your ABC6 first warning weather for today. Partly sunny with a few flurries. They just have that written wrong. I'm telling you, Ronnie. It's very cold with wind chill near 0, high of 16. For tonight, cold again. Stray flurries, low of 1. For Sunday, mix of sun and clouds with snow showers likely by the evening, high of 21. It's currently 16 degrees. We're up 1 degree on your severe weather station. News Radio 610 WTVN.
Keeping you connected to Columbus. News Radio 610 WTVN.
Welcome back to On Target. I'm your host, Eric. We're live today in the LEPD studios located at 999 Bethel Road. We have a packed house here today. It's cold outside, so it's a good day to come inside and shoot. And to my left, I have my father co-owner, Phil, Mark, our director of training, JC from the sales team, Ronnie, our photographer, and who makes up Boom Boom Tactical. Paw Paw, you have a public service announcement there?
Public service announcement. I want to throw out there a special hi to Uzi Bob, who's been ill here lately, in and out of the hospital. And I know he's probably listening right now. He's a regular customer, was in here from day one, and he adopted me as his father.
And you're having a Snickers withdrawal, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Uzi Bob, if you are listening, buddy, you owe me a couple Snickers candy bars.
Oh, that's nice. He's in the hospital. You owe me. Yeah.
But hey, Bob, you take it easy, buddy, and get out of the hospital and come back and see us. And also, I want to thank the doctor and her good husband again for my treats here from the Cream and Nut Company.
Yeah, that's great.
I appreciate that. Thanks for fattening me up. And
Uzi Bob, if you're listening out there too, we actually had for a moment this week a full auto Uzi in the house.
Ooh, I know. He would have loved that.
We were thinking about you, Bob.
We could have taken a picture of that.
We should have. We should have. So for the rest of the segment here, we're finally going to get to some new products that we've been touting and talking about back and forth over the last couple weeks. JC has them in his hands here. We're just going to go right through, talk about some really neat things. And the first thing that's up, on our trip a few weeks ago when we were looking at some of the new things to the market, there's a manufacturer called GPS, and they are really into gun cases and gear bags, and we've carried one line of theirs, a backpack that holds several firearms, carried it for a while now with a lot of success, but they've really upped the ante with some neat products. And JC, what do you have there?
This backpack looks like a regular backpack you'd take it, but when you open the bottom pack, there is a removable 4 or 5 gun holder that you can place your handguns in safely to protect them from rattling. On the side pockets, they hold numerous magazines. This one pocket holds 6 just alone on the one. It's got pockets everywhere, places to put your shooting glasses, special pouches that hold your headphones. Yet it looks like a regular standard bag made by GPS in their wild, and their label peels off. So if you don't want someone to know, hey, this is the GPS, a gun bag, you can peel the label off and away it goes.
You know what I noticed on it too that's really cool is that each pocket and pouch has a little picture or symbol of what you might put in that pouch.
Well, and their new ones, we don't have any as of yet, that each of those symbols is removable, and so you'll be able to label the pouches on your own. One of the products we had, and we've already sold out, we're getting more in, is I think it's called from their Deception line, and it was some really neat holsters for your vehicle that are meant to look like other things, not like a gun case. So those are definitely worthwhile.
Their cases are exceptional. This next one we have, a lot of people goes, what the heck is this thing? But it's a small case. But when you open it up, there's a separate pocket microfiber to hold your firearm, and it velcros shut. And inside is a place to hold 3 magazines, a separate pouch for your shooting glasses with microfiber line, a place to keep your earplugs if you have those,
Is
and
that
a cup
for your-
that people go
your
as a
beer
cup
can,
holder
or
or a
is
beer
that-
can, but it's to hold your cartridges. You can just dump your cartridges right in there, or your empties, fold them right up, keep them in line. It's in the stitching. They have like quadruple zillion.
I like this company.
Very nice,
They've got some
great
really nice stuff.
This one is really interesting. Right now, we're just carrying the very popular 1911 line, but it's actually case formed for your gun. So inside, it fits in there nicely with any of the 1911 styles, with a place for an extra magazine. And it's thin, and it looks very robust.
And those are
Very
coming for
nice case.
the Glocks as well.
Oh, that's great. The next case is for the smaller gun. It's just a very simple case, but it gives you placed a nice padding on it. And again, the labels come off, so no one needs to know what's going on with that. So it's really excellent company. And there's one more in the ever popular Boom Boom's favorite pink camo.
I thought they called that Muddy Girl.
Now, Muddy Girl's actually a standard one. This is kind of just a woodland pink camo. It looks very nice.
So, and the other thing too, JC, to note, very economical on these. I mean, some of these small cases are under $10 and very economical for what they are. So that's definitely worthwhile stopping by and checking out the GPS.
If you have a go bag or something like that, some of these I like to put stuff in containers and stuff when I put them in my go bag, and some of these are great for that. That little one right there would be awesome. You could put all kinds of stuff, not just guns in it.
What else do you have there, JC? I see
a couple of outdoor products. Now, Glock, I mean, they make fine firearms, but this is actually a Glock entrenching tool. So there are people who want Glock, have Glock, live Glock. Now you've got your own. When you're out in the woods, you can make your own hole and do your business and take care of yourself out there.
And this
in the
is
Glock fashion.
This is really light too. You could put this would be another good go bag item.
Well, do you know the neat thing about this too? If you guys haven't seen it already. And folks, I know we're talking about stuff you can't see out there, but it is on the video for the YouTube channel, so you can certainly go out there and check it out. Is the handle unscrews, and there's a saw located in there too.
Very cool.
Oh, that's excellent. You can take that out and put a little jack in there too. Yeah,
that's right.
That's right. Okay. Hey, but if you're out there hunting and you're doing these things, and somebody else, of course, we are safe, but if someone else is unsafe and needs it, we actually are carrying the Adventure Medical Kit Trauma Pack for gunshot wounds. It's a quick clot, stops bleeding fast. We have those kits there for those who are out far away and away from quick medical services. It's not a bad thing to have in your emergency
Inexpensive,
kit.
something to throw in your go bag.
It's made by Adventure Medical, which makes some of the best first aid kits out there. This one's really, really neat. This is a gun concealment magnet. It's a coated magnet with a rubber so it doesn't affect your guns. You can mount your guns underneath cabinets, and the magnet is got 2 magnets on a bar. You can probably see here on our video. It is strong enough to hold your firearm, and we have certainly tested this out here at the store. It's amazing how strong these are. And they claim if you put 2 together, that it's strong enough to hold a shotgun suspended from these magnets. So
I always kind of poo-poo these magnets, but this one, I mean, we checked it out.
And you can put it in your car too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's black and it's thin and
rubber coated, so it's not going to hurt your firearm.
It's not going to hurt anything.
So we're discussing new products here. If you're just jumping in, JC is modeling them all for us, and
it's almost like he's on one of those game show.
I think he's done that before.
Here we have. Yeah, the price is right, and the price is right on this. Actually, this is one of the Liberty's new safe. Now, Liberty, an American a company. This one, I believe, they do have some of their stuff made for them in China. This one probably is. It's a small one-gun safe. It has just a button release. You put your code in there. We pre-programmed this. Pops open automatically. Got a light that's inside. Your place to put a gun, probably a flashlight, and extra ammo, and very, very safe. Comes with a cable that mounts to a bed frame car.
And the reason
in your car or whatnot.
Yes. The reason we picked up the Liberty line of safes is we honestly carried a bunch of different ones at certain times and sent a bunch of them back. The Liberty folks, they make the big safes, and they're just well known for really the attention to detail on some of these
smaller. There are a lot of
safes.
American-made ones too that have the 5-year warranty on those, and they're just an excellent safe. This new line of tag you with that we're carrying. We've been carrying their holsters before, but now they've come out with the spandex holster tops for the ladies. They have the tank tops. Or I guess it could be for the guys, so the wife beaters are but the ladies' tank top, and then they have the men's t-shirt, and they have a really well-enforced built-in holsters. There's 2 holsters on each side under the arm, and it's got that spandex, which some of us need.
Okay, I want you to pronounce that. What is that?
Tagua.
Yeah, these are really
Tagua.
nice.
It's about Tagua is probably what.
And especially, and Mark, I know you guys talk about this in some of your concealed carry classes, especially for the women. Come summertime, that little tank top you can wear just something simple over top of it. It sits right underneath your arm. Nice little option for summertime carry.
There's nothing little about my tank top.
What else do you have there, JC?
And I think last but not least here, we have a new firearm concept from Taurus, and they have their 38 Special ultralight revolver, and it looks like the standard lightweight snub-nose 38 revolver. The grips on them are really, really good. This one, they call it their convertible because with a simple twist, the hammer spur, you can actually twist it, take it out, and now you have a hammerless gun that won't get caught or snagged on something, and it makes it double action only when you do that. But with a simple push in and twist, it locks in, and you have to turn it up, so you have to turn it correctly, but when you put it back in, it locks in, and now you have a hammered gun, can be fired single or double, or if you don't want that to snag. And it's kind of a new concept that looks really, really stable and
kind of a neat item.
Great idea. Yeah.
So stop by, check these out. We also have some new LEPD apparel. That's cool. Then we have a couple of new flashlights that are just phenomenal. I have that flashlight issue that everyone knows about, and we got in some of these.
We like to call it a fetish, but
yeah, the flashlight fetish.
And Nevos they're great flashlights. We have a couple of them here. Some with 170 and some with like 300 and 400 lumens on this other one. Very great lights, folks. So,
well, thank you for spending the last hour with us, and we'll be back next week. Next week, we're going to have a guest with us, Attorney Derek DeBrost, talking about some gun laws, and you don't want to miss it. So stop by the store anytime. We're at 999 Bethel Road. Thanks him for producing it on the back end, and we will see you next week.
There's been a Ram truck in my driveway. Most of my adult life, I started with the small graduated to the full size.
Show's over. He's been doing a lot of videos, yeah.
Delivers every day.
We just got done doing our long course that we were running. That's what they're
And you can lease right now the 2016 for just $259 a month, 36 months with $12.99. And what I'm telling you, you'll feel the difference. You hop on that thing in motor, you'll notice that 8-speed transmission, smooth.
Are you there, Em? Yes, ma'am.
The ground was raw, so I broke the surface, and I sunk like 7 inches.
That's hard to believe with this.
Then I was able to drive on it today.